What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D and Duel commentary. Let's close out some of these windows. We have Stardust. No, wait, Stratus. Stratdust. 1169 versus John Jones, 1557. John Jones used to be a Satellar Knight player. Now he's playing Heroes. He's playing against Cleese. How unfortunate. I love Tellers. They're my deck of choice right now. Tellers and Cleese are, I would say, if you combine those decks, like over just the last maybe week and a half, that has literally been like 75% of Dueling Network. Like Tellers and Cleese are the most popular deck. Shadows and Burning Abyss are, I would say, Burning Abyss third, Shadows fourth. But now I'd probably put Mass Heroes third, and then Burning Abyss fourth. And again, that's just that's just like what people are playing that I've seen personally. I think that, yeah, I would say that Heroes are played a little more than Burning Abyss. All right, so John Jones, if you have to think about your move that much, that means your move probably isn't the greatest. And if it is, then you really shouldn't have to think about it that much. All right, so he opens with a Hero Lives. We know what he's going for. So here's the question, right? If you had Stratos, like, I'm trying to think how this like moves would change. I guess Stratos would make your Hero Lives plays like way better, because like, all right, he could go a Hero Lives and get Mass Change and then normal summon Stratos and then get something else. So I guess, yeah, Stratos would definitely help. Plus, I think Heroes desperately want a third member of the team because Neo's alias sucks. So he opts to go straight into Dark Law. I'm kind of surprised he didn't want him to commit to a Summoner's art, because now if you get Snatch Steal, you just lose, I guess. I mean, what are the chances of a Clee player having Snatch Steal, though? Probably not that good. So he activates Summoner's art. So he'll get the effect. It'd be crazy if he got the effect and then when he activated Scout, if he still has it, he mass changed into another Dark Law. That should be cray. That would be great is if he had if he hit what's it called? What would be really great is if he had Sacrifice. That would be fucking awesome. Alright, so Dark Law banishes that card. Stratdust, did you really? Oh my goodness. Did you really not know that Dark Law took the card away? I mean, it's not that big of a deal because it's sort of unavoidable. Oh my god. Let me find out that he, like, for real hit his only scout and, like, now he can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that would be fucking hilarious. Oh god, he literally can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. I just realized, it just dawned on me that, like, if you use Storm too, you totally can't, like, trigger your sacrifices. So that play that they do against like Teller Knights and Burning Abyss players, like that play is not usable against this deck. Even if they, yeah, you just can't, because they like to try and, you know, basically use their sacrifice as an MST. Now I guess John Jones is thinking if he should attack or not. He says now he's the one going YOLO and he attacks. I guess he's trying to push in because he realizes if I get skill drained, I'm trying to do as much damage as possible. That's how I like to think. If you have vanities, it's dead. And if you have skill drain, then I want to do as much possible. And you're going to have to pay 1,000 life points as well. So whatever I do plus 1,000. Now he hits a D prison that gets banished. The Night Beam. MST, blind MST. Oh boy. Blind MST on an MST. No bueno. Oh my goodness. Hits the sacrifice. Dude, don't blind MST. So I guess now Stratdust is, he plays Scout, which, if he doesn't have skill drain, I guess gives him a 50% chance of getting whatever the fuck he searched banished. So he hit the Pendulum Cat. And I guess now he just summons and he bottomlesses and that's GG basically. Oh no, it's not. Okay. No, wait. Okay, I was gonna say. So, okay, yeah, I guess carrier still triggers. I guess carrier triggers no matter what. Cause it's, even when it goes to the extra deck, it's not like it goes to the graveyard. So, it doesn't have to trigger in the graveyard, I assume. It just has to be tributed. Yeah, see, I don't get, if John Jones is saying that you don't get the effect, I don't understand what the argument would be. If it activates from the extra deck, why would it not activate from Banish Zone? It activates anywhere. And that was a huge turnaround because it changed the duel. If he would have hit the carrier, I guess he would have just won. I mean, I guess he could have summoned the Pendulum Cat and basically activated it. He could have activated Soul Transition off the Pendulum Cat. It wouldn't have been nearly as good though, because it wouldn't have gotten rid of Dark Law. Alright, so the question is, does John Jones have any real cards? Because if he has another warrior, wait, he has Bubble Man, we know that. I mean, he could just go into Excalibur or Crimson Ninja guy, Blade Armor Ninja. He could just try and attack for game. Or, I mean, he could do that, or he could be a responsible adult and he could just spin the Scout with Casto. What do you guys think he should do? Should he go YOLO or should he be a responsible and adult? This is like this is a life question and a Yu-Gi-Oh question in the same question. It's awesome. Cause he could be responsible and go for Castel, or he could just go YOLO. And maybe he attacks into like a D prison. But then, I mean, everything that is Clee says that they don't play battle traps, which means that if your opponent has bottomless or evac, then the Castel is going to get bottomless or evac anyway, which I guess technically means that Excalibur / Blade Armor Ninja is the right choice, which means that you should go YOLO and not be a responsible adult. And that worked. Okay, so what have we established by his play? Being a responsible adult sucks and it doesn't get the job done. So anybody out there my age who's responsible, sorry man, you fucking up. Gotta go YOLO. Yep, so John Jones goes YOLO over being a responsible adult and it works out and he wins. So we're going to see what's going to happen in this next duel. If I was John Jones, I'd be bringing in spell and trap removal galore. Alright, so he's going to let him go first, despite the fact that this deck consistently can put Dark Law on board turn 1. And that kind of means that you're playing 5-on-5. So yeah, I don't get that. Like, all right, the whole reason you want to go second is because you have a card advantage, and if you're playing an OTK-ish deck, then you get the battle phase. But for the most part, with decks like Cleese and Tellarknights, you're not going to OTK on your first turn, so you're really just playing for the extra card advantage. But if your opponent Dark Laws you, then you're not getting the extra card advantage because your Dark Law's taking his piece of the pie. So you're basically playing 5-on-5. So if you were going to play 5-on-5, why didn't you just go first? Unless you think your opponent can't put Dark Law on board. Now John Jones looks like he might be setting a bunch. I guess he didn't have a way to put Dark Law on board turn 1. I mean, not getting the +1 mass change anyway. Alright, so he does it the old-fashioned way. There is Dark Law, and he'll probably search for Bubble Man. Oh my god, wait, I just realized something. Can Shadow Mist totally search Stratos? Yeah, I think it can. Oh my god, yeah, Stratos would be nuts in the TCG then. I just realized that. I just realized that you could just search Stratos off of Shadow Mist. So that would be insane. Please bring Stratos back. Please, Konami. You can take BLS. You can take so many other cards. You can take Fire Lake. Alright, so he's Night beaming it up. He hits Torrential, which I'm pretty sure is a card he didn't want anyway. So I don't think he minds that. The question is, what the flack is that? Cock-a-doodle-doo. What on earth does this card do? If there are no monsters on the field, you can special summon this as a level 3 monster. If your opponent controls a monster and you don't. What the hell does any of this do? Is he just is he just trying to get tribute fodder? Okay, he can't exit on night. I mean, he has too many cards. Oh, okay, I guess he can cast him. I wonder if that works. Oh, surprisingly it did work. I have never seen that card in my entire life. It counts as a level 4 too, by the way. Now what's crazy is that he didn't even have a scout. Darklaw didn't even get his effect. So that kind of sucks if you're John Jones. He activates Pod Duality for Mystical Space Typhoon, Upstart Goblin, and Neos Alias. Probably not going to take Neos Alias. Just a thought. He takes Mystical Space Typhoon. Oh, no, he doesn't. He takes Upstart Goblin and immediately plays it. Does not save it. Guess he didn't like any of those options. See, now would have been where you search Stratos and then you summon Stratos and then you get something else. Maybe another Shadow Mist. Pass his turn. Plays Carrier. Scratch that. Maybe that Torrential might have come in handy. He sacrifices it. Now he's going to attack for 41. And pass turn. Nobody plays Armageddon Knight in the TCG. I don't get it. It just, like, it seems good to me. Like, you know, send Zephyros straight from the deck to the graveyard and bounce a Phoenix Chain and summon Zephyros, and I don't know. I mean, to me it seems pretty good. Send Dragon to the graveyard as an MST. Nobody plays Dragon either. That's another card I don't understand. But again, Heroes have been out for like 8 seconds, so it's understandable that people haven't fully explored, you know, like what they run in the OCG. He blind MSTs. I guess maybe that's why he didn't take MST. Okay. Soul Transition. It's not like he could activate it anyway. He goes for a Hero Lives. He does have to pay the cost. Goes for Shadow Mist in defense mode. Adds himself a mass change. If he's going to make a comeback, it has to be now. I just wonder if he has any ways of unloading his hand. Like if he had a Bubble Man, that'd be huge. Like normal summon and then special Bubble Man after setting the mass change, and you know, spend the sacrifice with his own Castel, maybe attack into the carrier, and you'd be in a really good position, and then you can make Darklaw. I mean, I think they run 2 Darklaws, so he's looking at his extra deck. John Jones is doing some serious thinking here. It's crazy. He's played he played a Hero Lives only once. He played that in another duel. Cause I think he made Dark Law this game off of, just setting the, that dude right there, the Shadow Mist. It's crazy that none of them have been listed on TCG Player. Not really sure what the market is. Yeah, I guess some of this depends on what, his face down card is. He might be trying to think if he should go into Dark Law or if he should exceed. My 2 cents is you should probably exceed, because if you go into Dark Law and you aren't able to kill this, and then your opponent tributes, you're gonna lose because your Dark Law is gonna get bounced, and then it's GG. And I think he should have exceed, but you know what? Whatever. Now it's Stratdust is the one thinking about what he should do. Also, we know that John Jones doesn't have warning, or if he does, is dead. So take that into consideration. I think that's Bubble Man Seth then. Okay, so he didn't have another monster. So he would have either, been able to go for Castle or go for Dark Law. He activates Summoner's Art. I guess he's asking for Dark Law. He's like, go ahead and... Yeah, he might be thinking Dark Law now. 50% chance of hitting... But I mean, Stratdust might be trying to bait this out. Because if he has another Klee in his hand, then he could obviously just tribute and bounce Dark Law and win. So it looks like he's going to give him Scout. Cleaford Scout. He doesn't have to activate Scout, by the way. He could just tribute now. If he has another, like, monster. If he activates Scout, then I assume that he doesn't have another Klee monster. And that he really does need to search one. Which would mean that, I guess, John Jones could counter. Oh, okay. So yeah, John Jones did have another Klee monster. And now he's able to do some stuff. So Carriers 2. Sacrifices 1. He targets Shadow Mist. And John Jones will have to think here. You might have to start thinking about Acid. Acid doesn't really do anything because your opponent gets 2 scouts. So, yeah. And that's also if Stratdust doesn't just attack, which, like, why you should attack before using Scout. Or you could just use Scout first for no reason. Because now he can totally Acid a Scout. I don't know why he would use that first. But hey, you know what? It's not like I play any of these decks. It just seems shocking because now if he has MST, you just lose. Like I literally have no idea why he didn't attack first. You knew the monster was Bowman because he searched it with Shadow Mist. I mean, maybe he doesn't have MST, but if he does have MST, you're probably gonna lose. Or Fairy Wind. Anything that basically stops your Scout. I guess he could even... No, wait. Is Mass Change once per turn? Okay, so he had Fairy Wind. And now Stratdust, instead of winning, you're probably going to lose now. Because you have a carrier who has a cute effect, but he can't do anything because he's just going to get run over. I mean, I have no idea why he didn't attack first. Because then he would have been able to Fairy Wind him, which Okay, but then he would have had the second scout, and then he could have just played it, and he could have just like got his pendulum scale complete and pendulum back, and then just won. So now he's gonna attack carrier. Why wouldn't you? Because you don't want your opponent tributing it and going after your back row. Castel's pretty much a non-issue. I guess he'll set Shadow Mist and then set another card. I doubt it's mass change, but no, we need to go back to that duel. It was way epic. Okay. He attacks the face down. It's Shadow Mist, obviously. And he'll probably get a Bubble Man. I mean, we know John Jones has answers. I mean, he has monsters. He can either get Bubble Man, maybe Neos Alias if he wants to just have more beatdown damage. Okay, so he gets Neos Alias. It is 1900 and cleaves are 18, so that kind of works. And now he'll draw. It'd be crazy if he ripped Miracle Fusion. That would be like really crazy. Alright, so John Jones drew. And I know Heroes is not this complicated of a deck. He must have drawn Bubble Man or something, or Reinforcements of the Army to get himself Bubble Man. You can throw, I guess, Emergency Call in that same mix because it's the same thing as Reinforcements. It just doesn't get Goblinberg or Armageddon Knight. Okay, so he drew Goblinberg. Now he specials Neos Alias. Goblinberg switches to defense, so it can't do any damage. And I guess he's going to go for Crimson Blade Ninja. Nope, he goes for Excalibur. He might not run Crimson Blade Ninja. Yeah, he might not run it because it does more damage, I believe. Yeah, I think Crimson Blade Ninja is 2200, so you'd have done more damage with it. So he goes and he attacks with Acid, passes turn. Damn, dude, Acid's kind of expensive. Card that's been largely irrelevant for forever. Kind of expensive now. I've always thought that the artwork on that card is just wildly mediocre. It's just it's an alien pointing a gun. Like, awesome. He says Regeki or good game. Not really. He could snatch steal your Excalibur and then attack your Acid. Nope, I guess he couldn't because he could totally twister it and that would be the out to snatch steal. So what did we learn there? Stratdust almost certainly could have won this game, but for some reason he opted to play Scout before attacking, despite the fact that he knew that he had Bubble Man and Mass Change. I have no idea why he did that. And he made Acid, and then he had the counter for the second he had the counter for the second Scout, and then he just got wrecked from there. Anyways, thank you guys for watching as always.